My name's Pierre Bahana. I run the prop making department for all the Harry Potter films since HP1. And we're in one of the workshops at the moment where the work gets done. So welcome to our broom closet. This is where we store a lot of the brooms that we manufacture in the prop making department and we're taken around the green screen room and made to look to fly. In this film, there's a big sequence when they come out of Privet Drive and try to escape the Death Eaters. So we have there's 3 firebolts, which obviously all the Harrys fly on. There's Moody's one, which has featured before. There's a wonderful Easy Rider. The way that he rides it, sits back with his feet forward. Each broom has been designed with the concept of who it's for. So it's, yeah, they're very strong individual brooms. This was made for Harry, or for Dan, when he was a 10-year-old boy. It's one of the first things I remember when I first met him, was to fit into this broom. So you can get the idea of difference in size compared to the adult brooms, which you've looked at before. So it's a tiny. The snitch has been with us since the first film. It's one of the first pieces we made. And this is one of the original ones from the first film, with its wings on. And in practice, it's a very simple object. It's a golden sculpted ball with these brass-etched wings that have been silver-plated to produce this flying object. Obviously, the visual effects department animate the wings. And there's versions which the wings, in theory, fold in. It always seems to be on the move, I guess is the whole idea. To me, it's always a very dynamic prop. I loved it. The locket, we've produced actually over 60 of these lockets. On this film, there's 2 scenes, one where Harry and Ron try and destroy it and aren't successful. So we had to make repeat versions for the special effects department to blow up and try and destroy it. And then also for the final scene, when it is destroyed, when it's hit by the Gryffindor sword, we've actually had to reproduce them all in pewter so that the blade can actually chop it in half. So, you have the POV of a Death Eater. You're looking through the back of a Death Eater mask. Let me take it from you. So I'll show you what you're looking through. So this is one of the several types of Death Eater masks that we've produced. They were based on Italian armour as a basic principle. Once we took a mould of the basic form, the basic shape, we would then produce the form in copper. We were then able to cut all these different designs on all the different types of masks. I think the whole idea with the Death Eater mask was that they're very individual. Everyone is proud to be a Death Eater, so they would obviously have these made for themselves. So we tried to put individuality into all the pieces.
Tell me where it is. Tell me who possesses it.
Okay, so wands. Wands, probably one of the most important props, if not the most important prop of the whole series of films, and what it's really all about. This, probably the most important wand we'd ever make, Dumbledore's. Eventually we discover is the Elder Wand. This is a wand to beat all others, and it's quite fitting that it's English oak, the strongest wood you can get. I mean, every wand we make, there'll be a standard set of 6 wands. We make rubberized versions for when they're doing stunt work. And then also repeat versions when they're using second units. So there's always, several of them. In Harry's, we must have made at least 100, 150 of those wands over the last 8 or 9 years as we've gone through the films, and they get broken. So we actually have to try and make them as tough as we can. Daniel Radcliffe is always fiddling with this, because it's something to do. I mean, as you're waiting for things to happen with the nervous twitches, so yeah, they do get broken. Recently we've been putting together all the pictures of the work we've done, and every time I look through it, I'm reminded of stuff that I've completely forgotten about. And the things we've discovered and the knowledge we've gained through all the work has been colossal. So it's wonderful, wonderful 10 years.